Hey everybody, it's Hollerita. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. And if you like the content that you see, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and that you'll hit the bell next to it so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. If you're not new here, welcome. So today I am filming my very first craft video. So I apologize in advance if it's not as nice or as good as a lot of your regular crafters, but I am doing a collab, and it is going to be hashtag DTDIY Summer 22, and it is hosted by Kelly Santee Designs, and she has, including herself and myself, there are 15 of us. So there will be a playlist, and it will have all of the ones who participated in this. I'm going to give you the list that I have right at the moment. We have, of course, the host, Kelly. We also have the creative Chica, Julie. Craft Adventures with Susan Tootsie Tucker, which is Susan. A Day in My World, Wanda. Melody Made, Melody. Photography Makes, Janet. Elsa, the Bargain Hunting Crafter, Elsa. Rebecca Creates, Rebecca. Fashionably 50 Something and Beyond, Linnae. Crafting with Isabel, which is Isabel. Creative Chica Halls, Tony. Myself. Donna's Deals and DIYs, Donna. Southern Sandy Crafts, Sandy. And Crafts and Tea with Janet K, which is Janet K. So that is the current list, the most current list I have, and I believe that is all the ones that are going to be in it. So I'm going to be making a tiered shelf, and the the only stipulation with this one was your main item had to be from Dollar Tree, and pretty much most everything I'm using today is from Dollar Tree. But I do want to show you something real quick, and this is totally Dollar Tree, but I made me a glue gun holder. I took one of the glass trivet things that you find in the kitchen section, and I hot glued on, and I also used E6000. But these candle holders that you can get in the candle holder back in the candle section, the square ones, glued one of them on either side. And then this little bowl I found in the kitchen section, it's glass as well, and I E6000 and hot glued it. So you just can set your glue gun in there, and if it drips, it's okay. Got my glue sticks, my scissors, my knife, just some stuff that I've thrown in here during use. Now I'm going to knock my glue gun over. And I do have my glue gun heating up. And as you can see, I'm going to be using 3 of these wooden boxes from Dollar Tree. These have the stars, and you can use any of them. You can use anything that you wanted to. But I wanted something with a little lip on it, so I chose these. And these are the anchors. Now, these are really thin, and I didn't bring my Jenga blocks in here. I forgot them. But, or my tumbling tower blocks, and I probably got to find them. They're, Lord knows they're in that craft room somewhere. But either way, you're going to be cutting this off, and you're going to paint these whatever color you choose, whatever goes with your decor. And I am going to first paint them. This is the one thing that did not come from Dollar Tree, is my Waverly chalk paint in plaster. I'm going to paint them with that first to give them a good base. And then I'm going to use this premium acrylic paint from Dollar Tree. And it is teal, I think. Oh, turquoise. It is the turquoise. And that's the color I'm going to be painting these. I'm also going to seal them off with some Mod Podge. because if you do not seal this acrylic paint, it will, if it gets wet, it will definitely come off. And I'm not sure just yet whether I'm going to do this or not, but I'm thinking about using this rope on some of the decoration. And I got me a couple of paintbrushes, of course. And then I got a couple of decorative pieces I'm going to throw on here just to show you kind of set up. But like I said, the first thing you're going to want to do is get rid of your jute strings, because you're not going to be hanging these on the wall. So just going to get rid of those. And then you're just going to, and I haven't even opened this, y'all, because if you watched my Walmart haul, you'll know that I just got this just, I don't know, just a few days ago. I've got a bag laying down here. Look, let's make use of all the paint. Because I don't have my craft room set up like I want it yet, but anywho's, I'm just going to take my paintbrushes. Look, y'all, I even had to look for paintbrushes. I said I would participate in this challenge, or this collab, and then Lord knows I couldn't find nothing that I needed. But you're just going to take and paint each piece all the way, you know, all over, so that your paint has a good base to adhere to when, and it does, you know, because this is raw wood, it's going to just soak your paint right up. And I'm going to first paint them with the plaster, like I said, and then when I get the plaster gets dry, then I will paint them with the turquoise paint. And then we'll start deciding if we're going to really use that rope or not. Y'all, like I said, this is really my first craft video, and I'm kind of such a procrastinator, and I don't know, I'm still adjusting to this new job, working 8 hours a day, sometimes more. And so, you know, it's taking me some adjustment, because, you know, I was working at Dollar Tree, and Lord, most days I only worked 5 or 6 hours, and it was only 3 or 4 days a week, even though I felt like I worked all the stinking time. But, so going from, you know, that to working 40 plus hours a week has really took a toll on me. Like my body's just having to adjust. And so, yeah, it's taking me a little time, but I'm loving my new job. And look, I'm painting myself. I'm loving my new job. But like I said, I'm such a procrastinator, and I've just been exhausted. But I thought, you know what? I almost decided not to do the collab. And then I thought, no, I'm doing this collab because I want to do it. And this is fun. And I want to get started in my crafting. So what better way to start than with a collab with a bunch of other ladies who I'm sure will have amazing, amazing DIYs. Look. This is a Dollar Tree paintbrush, can you tell? Because the little thingies are coming out of it. But y'all, this is a chance for y'all to see some new crafters. If you enjoyed crafts, watching people do crafts, seeing what they come up with, what they create. I know all of these ladies are going to come up with some great things. And I'm sure theirs will be way more fancy than mine. And maybe a little more complicated too. But anyway, you get the gist of the idea. You just paint all your pieces, let them dry, and then you'll come back in and you'll paint with your color of choice. So when I get all of that done, I'll bring you back and we'll start to put this together. Okay, y'all. This has definitely been a process. So what I decided to do was just to paint these in the turquoise and leave these in the plaster color. And I'm going to use this decorative jute rope that we all seen at Dollar Tree with the You know, the seashore stuff. Shore living. I'll get it around here in a minute. So, I probably need another glue stick because my other one's about gone. I might have to wait a minute, but anywho's. So I'm just going to take my hot glue gun. I do like this gun right here. It's the Sure Bonder because it's got that real fine tip on it. And I'm just going to get it started on here. And then I'm going to finish gluing this all the way around. And I know y'all have seen somebody glue something, but anyway, I didn't want to just kind of leave y'all hanging out in the... Kind of wanted to show you the process, I guess. I've got hot glue all over me. Ain't even changed out of my work clothes, y'all. And I just found out today, my co-worker, the other nurse that works at the same facility I do, is going to be out of commission. It's not going to be able to work for the next couple of 3 weeks. So, I will be the only nurse there. Of course, I have my techs there with me, and then my boss, she's an RN, and she is always accessible. And I'm loving it. And the great thing is that we all work together to make sure that our clients are taken care of. Because that's what we're there for. So anyway, I thought this was really gonna, you know, really turned out cute doing this. Instead of painting them and having it all one, you know, just one solid color. And I hope I'm in frame. I'm not even looking at the camera, honestly. Sorry if I'm out of frame a little bit, y'all. But I thought this turned out really cute to put the rope on instead of, like I said, just having it all one color. I've got my Mod Podge on these, and that's kind of dry. And I did take 2 of the tumbling tower blocks and put some wood glue in there and glued them together and let that set up, and then I just painted them. I didn't actually paint them with the plaster. I just, because those are just mostly to make sure that my shelf sits up properly. Come on now, glue, get down in there. And like I said, y'all, this is my first crafting video, so, and actually my first actual craft project like this. So I'm learning as I go. So y'all just bear with me. And I'll get better as time goes, I'm sure. Just like all these other wonderful ladies. I have to trim this off some more in a second. My God, this stuff is thick. Like I said, you can always trim this up after you get it secured. My glue stick don't start running down in there. But anyway, so that's what those are going to look like. I have my other 2 already done. So I thought, you know, like I said, instead of it all being just one color, one solid color, that way, it wouldn't be just a one color, and that way it could also change out, you know. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to need 2 or 3, but either way, I may just use 2, honestly, because I really think, what y'all think? I think 2's enough. I think 2 might be enough, because if you put them any closer together, you're not going to be able to really get anything in there. So I'm thinking I probably am just going to do 2 of these, but I'm going to take these and I'm going to glue them on the bottom so that basically this will hold, you know, hold my shelf sturdy. So let me get that done, get these glued onto here. I am going to use a little bit of hot glue, and well, just why not just do it right now, you ding dong. Y'all, I'm sorry this video is not top quality, but either way, I'm just going to take, let me get my glue, my good old wood glue from the Dollar Tree. So let's see, how do I want to do this way? Yeah. So I'm going to just kind of put a little bit of this wood glue in the middle, you know, for long-term holding. And then I'll put just a little bit of wood glue on the ends so it'll set up right away. And y'all, I know my painting ain't perfect neither. Just gonna hold that for a second. Yeah, I chipped my paint, but it'll be all right. And once this wood glue dries on the outside, I can clean that up. And then once I get my shelves in here, obviously it's going to stand up a lot better, but well, this inside looks a little messy, but it'll be all right. Lord, I'm about to get paint on the floor. Yeah, my landlord might shoot me. I'm just kidding, they really wouldn't. But anywho, I have wonderful landlords, y'all. I really do. I ain't even got no paper towels or nothing in there. Because y'all, I'm just winging it. I am just winging it big time. Now, I can touch this up later, but I just want to go ahead and do this for the purpose of the video. So anyway, and then you take look, y'all, I got to be moving some of this around because I don't want any more mess than I've already made. I want my legs. Sorry, y'all got to see my feet. So you take your first one, and that's going to build your base, obviously. And then you're going to attach those, again, with a little bit of the wood glue and a little bit of the hot glue. So you get the idea. So when I get this done, I'll bring you back and show you. So I'll see y'all in a few. Okay, guys. Got it together. Look, I have blue paint on my leg. Oh well. Nothing a shower won't clean off. So, first of all, I'm going to say I am going to have to probably add another tumbling tower block somewhere to even it out. Just because of the way the little anchors are made. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this, guys. But so I just for purposes of the video, until I decide what I'm going to put in this, because it's totally going to be decorative, I did add one of these little starfish that came from the Dollar Tree. I thought this was a pretty darn good deal for $1.25. I thought this was really cute. And then these candles, they also were from the Shore Living line. This smell of this one is Summer Seas. It's, well, Love and Essence. But anyway, these came out with the Shore Living stuff. So I just thought I would sit that down in there to kind of balance it out. But like I said, see, you can see it still rocks. Like I said, not perfect, but not too bad, I don't think, for the first time. So let me take this stuff out so I can kind of show you a little bit better. So y'all let me know what you think. Yeah, I have glue down in this one. Anyway, just kind of let me know what you think. Yeah, I probably could have done a better job. I'm such a procrastinator. So anyway, I think it turned out really cute, and it needs a few touch-ups, but other than that, I'm happy. And I just want to say thank you to Kelly for hosting this Dollar Tree summer collab. And pretty much everything I used was Dollar Tree items. So leave me some comments, guys. Let me know how you think I did for my first time. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. And I'll get better as time goes. So, anywho, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Hugs and love, guys. Bye.